really excited to be here with Jamar Reschreiter. She's a co-founder of The Reset and a certified life coach and a partner with Dress for Success in our effort to offer leadership programming and training to middle and upper managers within our community. So really nice to be here with you, Jamar. Why don't you tell us just a little bit about yourself and why you do this work?
Before starting to work with or creating our company, I was working with nonprofits, and what we were noticing was the amount of burnout, and that was happening across all industries. And so that's when I decided that executive coaching would be the next step for me in order to really affect change into organizations and individuals that are going through life.
In this work, what are some of the common gaps that you see between a leader's intentions and their actions?
Mindset and energy, because we might be perceiving something in a completely different way, and our energy then is completely different. So therefore, if your mindset is different and your energy is something else, your outcome will be very, very different. So that tends to be the biggest gap. We start out with knowing yourself first. So we know where your starting point is. Now you create awareness of where you really started. Most of us learn these things, but we don't really have an awareness or knowledge of what is it that is stopping us. What is it that's not allowing us to progress to those goals that we have. So we start with awareness. And after that, we build on concepts, but that we provide week by week. And then we share as a group. And the sharing aspect is so huge, because so many times we feel that we're the only ones, that it only affects us, that no one else can be feeling this way, no one else can be. And then all of a sudden, as you start sharing with others, you realize, like,
there's
something going on. There is a support system. So so when you're learning in that space of support, we're not simply gaining the information. We always say, knowledge is only a rumor until it lives in the soul. And
say that one more time.
Knowledge is only a rumor until it lives in the muscle. So we have to become actionable. Whatever we're teaching, whatever that skill is, how is that going to live for you? What is that going to look like for you? And we spend time in the classroom setting really figuring out, how is this going to benefit me? How do I use it tomorrow and the day after and the day after? Once we have identified, and you as an individual, you identified where you are in your energy leadership style, then we start talking about the success formula. And the success formula is very simple. Performance equals potential minus interference. And everyone's interference can be completely different.
Yeah.
What might be my interference might be completely different than your interference. Then we can go ahead and minimize those in order to increase our potential and therefore our productivity. And therefore then we can create what we would consider our own leadership style based on that. So that becomes very, very different from one individual to the next at all levels.
But tell us a little bit, Jamar, about what that long-term relationship looks like after they've gone through the program. Then it's really special what you do afterwards.
Yes, it is, because at this last cohort that we have, and many others that we've done in the past, it creates community. And so you go through the program 8 weeks with the same group of individuals. You share, you grow together, and that creates a sense of community. They continue to share, they continue to participate and lean on each other and ask questions and provide resources for each other. We provide continuous resources for them after they're done. It's not like some other programs and some other things that we learn it, but then we might have questions and we don't know where to turn or how to really apply this. So we don't simply say, okay, here's your success formula, good luck, but then we go back and individually meet with every single one of our clients and say, okay, how is this going to work out for you? This newfound everything that you have in success formula, how's that going to work out for you? And then together we create a path forward and how that's going to look for our clients in a personal level and a professional level, in every aspect of their lives.
Being said, we created this program for professional development and personal development for women in our community. But we also did this with the corporations in our community in mind, because we feel if we can curate a pipeline or enhance the leaders within our community, it will also enhance the companies in our.
That is the biggest part that we are always trying to bring across to all organizations, because retention is huge, and that is one of the biggest costs that we have in most companies, is the constant trying to retain our employees and then increase our level of productivity. And study shows that companies that do invest in leadership programs have an increase of 25 to 40% of their productivity and job satisfaction, reduced stress levels. With previous cohort that we did, they reported increases in productivity of about 25 to 30%, 40% in stress reduction, 25% increase in job satisfaction. And it was not about them leaving a job and finding themselves. Actually, it was just in the same jobs that they have, but how that perception completely changed and shifted to a space where, I go from, yeah, I like it, or no, I don't quite like it, or wherever you are, to I'm excited to really apply this. And now I know I can see my work and my purpose of what I'm doing in a completely different light, and therefore it increases your productivity. Therefore it helps the teams, it helps the entire organization.
Exactly. And can you tell me what comes to mind, just a success story about a woman who has gone through this program, maybe in our last cohort, and how this has enhanced their career?
I remember this one particular participant, and she was on our first interview when we did the energy leadership assessment together, and we were talking about how our demeanor is, and how we say, I want a before and after picture and how they look, because it's just in their demeanor and their energy. And she was talking about how she wasn't sure how she was going to progress, because she was not sure of her own abilities and leadership styles. And when we dug deeper into what are those big things that you think, where's the huge gap? It was her accent.
Oh.
It was as simple as her accent. She thought, and she was asked previously to take leadership roles, and she thought she couldn't, she wasn't ready yet because of her accent. And as we simply started working through that, and she realized that this is actually my accent. It is still, that means I know more. I'm multilingual.
Right.
That makes me, just my level of knowledge and skill and ability to communicate with others is just increasing. So that shift in mindset and perspective right there, all of a sudden she was saying yes to taking on more senior leadership roles.
We've got women just like the woman you just described who are eager, and they're talented and capable. They just need the tools to be able to move that forward, and the support that we're providing together for them to be able to accomplish their goals.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I think aligns so great for us as One Reset and Dress for Success is our mission for empowerment.
That's right.
That's what we're providing, just empowerment. That's that simple ability to empower someone.
Well, that's the key word here is empowerment, and we are excited about the One Reset and this leadership program. And if you're interested in learning more about your authentic leadership style on your leadership journey, no matter what industry you might find yourself in, for-profit, nonprofit, it doesn't really matter. These tools are transferable and lasting. So if you would like to learn more about this program and experience these wonderful facilitators here for us with Dress for Success, you can go to DFS Phoenix, and Phoenix is spelled out, dfsphoenix.org/the reset.